Hello everyone, my name is Bitumelo Mosenuchi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today I just want to talk about 5 fears that I believe could be holding you back. The reason why I just want to zoom into these 5 fears is because in our previous video we spoke about how fear should not be stopping you. So I thought let us zoom in a little bit on the fears that I believe could be having that negative impact on your life and holding you back. The first one is fear of change. We are afraid of change most of the time because we believe that that change is going to bring negative effects in our lives. We're going to experience some of the things that we don't want to experience through the change that would be happening. But unfortunately, the world is changing every day. Every aspect of our lives is changing, whether you go shopping, whether you're on social media, whether it's technology, whether it's at business, at work. Things are changing, things are evolving every day. So if when you don't want to change, if you don't want to adapt to the changes, you may find your life being stagnant. You may find yourself outside and not getting the benefits of this change that is happening in the world. Some of the businesses were left out, or they lost out because they were not able to change quick enough, or they were not able to fit into the change that was happening at the time, and therefore their competitors got their piece of pie because one other way afraid of change. So you don't want that to happen to your life. You want to adapt to change. You want to initiate change. You want to look at the trends, what's happening, what can I do in terms of what is happening to advance my goals or whatever else that you want to achieve in your life. So the second fear that I want to talk about is fear of failure. What I want to say about that is that we don't fail, we learn. So the process of failure, I believe, is a process of learning. It's a journey of learning, because the skills that you're going to get as you are trying to implement this thing, because you are learning every day, the skills that you are getting, the experience that you are getting, the learnings that you are getting, you would not have received them, you would not have gotten them if you had not began this thing that you wanted to do. Just because it did not materialize at the end of the day, it doesn't mean the whole thing was futile. No, you learned something, you got something from there, that if you did not initiate this thing, if you did not do anything, you would not have gained this experience. So a person who does nothing, who succumbs to the fear of failure, is worse off than a person who actually started something and actually failed, because it's a process of learning. So you learn something, you learn some of the skills, life skills, that otherwise you would not have gotten if you did not do anything. The third fear that I want to talk about is the fear of rejection, right? We fear rejection, we fear that people are going to say no to us. But what we don't realize is that for us to get to our yes, we need to pass through some no's. And when people say no to us, it does not mean they hate us, they hate our idea, there's something wrong with our idea, or something like that. It may mean it's not the right time for them. It may mean they are not ready for this idea. It may mean they are afraid of change. They don't want to see this in the future, that this thing that you are bringing forth is going to bring. So don't be afraid of rejection, because for you to reach that yes, you need to pass through some no's. And if you don't keep on keeping on, how are you going to know that you're going to get a yes? And the more you do it, the more you realize that yes, 5 people may say no to me, but the fifth one may say yes. And it is said that rejection is direction. Maybe you are being rejected from this thing that is actually leading you to the best thing ever in your life. This one opportunity that you've been looking for in your life, it's going to happen. But if you had gotten this one, because we don't know what the future holds, you may not have yielded the best results from the situation. So they say rejection is direction. And for you to get to your yes, you need to pass through some no's. The fourth fear that I want to talk about is the fear of being judged. I just want to say, have you experienced a situation where you get three people giving you their opinions, differing opinions about one thing? You are wearing this dress, you are walking there on the street. One person says, wow, I've never seen a person wearing such a beautiful dress, it fits you well, it's so beautiful, right? The second person says, oh my god, it's so skimpy, it's too tight, how can you dress like that, it's inappropriate. The third person says, why are you wearing a green dress, couldn't you wear an orange one or a black one? They are all imposing their opinion on you. They're imposing their own limitations on you. That is why the most important opinion is your own opinion. What other people say, yes, they say that's how they feel, but you know what you want to achieve. You know why you are doing this thing. So even if they judge, even if people say whatever they want to say, because people will always talk, you can't stop people from talking, but know what you want to achieve. Have confidence in this thing that you are working on, and have confidence in yourself and your own judgment, because people will always talk. So don't be afraid of being judged. It's a reflection of themselves, it's a reflection of their own insecurities sometimes, because they're imposing what they are thinking on you. This is not your thinking. When you just need to focus on what you want to achieve. The final fear that I want to talk about is the fear of getting hurt. I wanted to talk about this one last because all these other ones may lead to you getting hurt. When you are afraid of getting hurt, you obviously are afraid of going forward and taking up opportunities, right? So what happens is that when you are supposed to take a stand, or when you're supposed to make a move, you're afraid because you remember that you may get hurt. But the most important thing is that we know we are going to be hurt. We are going to, and what hurts is that our expectation, our reality does not meet our expectation. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means you had this expectation, but what is happening right now does not align to that expectation. And that's fine, because there will be times when your reality and your expectations meet. So you need to accept that, okay, I wanted this, and it's painful, but life goes on. The next opportunity will come. But you cannot be paralyzed now by the fact that you may get hurt. What if you don't get hurt? And even if you do get hurt, it's part of life, right? It's part of the journey of life. It's what we all go through. And you need to remember that it's an experience of life. It's not the end of the world. This one experience that you're having that you heard about being hurt, it's not the end of the world. You can still be whatever you want, because you can be hurt today or right this moment. The next moment you receive the best opportunity of your life. So don't be afraid of putting yourself out there or going for the things that you want to achieve just because you are afraid of getting hurt. So that is the end of the content that I just wanted to share today. Just in the comment section, please tell me if you got value, if you've learned something. Please also tell me the kind of fears that you've experienced along the journey of your life and how you've been able to tackle with them. I would like to interact with you, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.